Welcome everybody to Live at Larry's number 15. Getting a little tired of calling people to join me, guest artists, because they're all so busy, especially this month, very hectic month. And so I don't know if anyone wants to perform with me, let me know. I'm too tired to reach out anymore and then be rejected. It's getting a little, I think I need like a PR person or someone who can handle booking, because I need to just focus on the music. Anyway, I'm going to do Over the Rainbow today. I'm going to analyze it, and that's it. Let me come around. I researched this song. First of all, this is one of my favorite songs in life. I love The Wizard of Oz. My mom's back there. You there, Mama?
I'm going to my room.
Well, let me just ask you a few questions. Remember when I was a kid, I used to come home. Remember, I used to know when, somehow I knew, I think the TV guide told you when Wizard of Oz was going to be on. I was so excited. Remember that? You remember that? And I'd come home and watch The Wizard of Oz.
Vaguely.
All right, vaguely. All right, so take your vaguely self and then you go to lay down and go to sleep.
I don't know if I'll be sleeping with you. Will I bother you if I come back and heat up a cup of tea for myself?
You're going to make noise?
Had a cookie.
It's not going to be like at the climax of the song when I've worked tirelessly on an arrangement.
I like to have my dessert before 10. All right?
You're too much, man.
So I'm going to try.
You are just a try.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Enjoy yourself.
Let's see. All right, thanks.
I'll see you later.
All right.
Okay.
So anyway, so that Over the Rainbow, it appears...
You got Gingy with you.
I thank you so much.
Okay. Good luck.
Thank you. Are you done yet?
Yeah, I'm finished.
Okay. I never understood why Over the Rainbow, which is one of the most popular of the songs. I mean, to me, the why is it in the beginning of the show? I guess I thought it should be at the end at some climax, but it seems like, I guess it's one of the most human songs of the show. The rest are fantasy. This is reality and the rest are fantasy. She's dreaming about Over the Rainbow. I'll read you the lyrics in a second. And then I guess it appears in the beginning. Mrs. Gulch is trying to get her little dog or something, or I don't know if that happens. I forgot exactly the order of events, but and then later on, all these other tunes, which are great tunes. If I Only Had a Brain, a Heart, and Courage. But these are fantasy characters that don't even exist. They're in her mind. That's her dream. She got hit in the head by a window pane, right? It's funny because it's in the verse of the song. There's a verse for this song, and no one sang it, I think, in the movie The Wizard of Oz. A lot of people have performed this song and have done the verse. I like the verse. One of my favorites to do this is Kristen Chenoweth actually does a really nice job with the song. I did some research. First of all, of course, I heard Judy Garland sing it in the movie. Just a clip of it, not in the whole movie. I've seen the movie recently, I think. Then I heard Kristen Chenoweth sing it. Then I heard Idina Menzel sing it. Then I heard Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo. And then I thought I'd branch off, get some older singers in there that have laid their groundwork in the music world. So listen to Barbra Streisand. Then I wanted to listen to some guys, so I listened to Frank Sinatra and Tony Bennett. I tried to find Mel Torme if he did a version, but I couldn't find it. And then I think that was it. Oh, and then I heard that fella. I don't know if he's from he's from some island. I don't know if it's Hawaii or maybe Samoa or something. Heavy set fella, and he plays the ukulele and sings it. Does kind of the lyrics a bit. Now, his version, when I think it was, I don't know if it was the 90s or in the 2000s, in those years, his song when he recorded that song, it was like in every movie that you'd ever see. They'd use it. And it's interesting because I don't know, I tried to find the recorded version that he used. This version I found said original recording. He really put the lyrics, I mean, in different places. And I was like, oh, okay, interesting. But whatever, I guess people like the melody set to the accompaniment, the simple ukulele accompaniment that he uses for that. And it's very nice. Simple and nice. And then to tell you, okay, so now the words are by E.Y. Harburg, and the music by Harold Arlen, and it was the copyright date was 1938, believe it or not. And the character was Dorothy, who sang it. The artist was Judy Garland. She sang it in the movie The Wizard of Oz. I think it was 1939. I put a question mark by it. And here's this young girl living on this farm with Aunt Em and her uncle Henry, I think it was. I think and these three guys that worked on the farm, very nice guys, and they all have different character traits, and they're sweet to her and kind of look after her. And I guess she kind of feels kind of alone out there. Probably goes to school, and then it's in Kansas, and then she comes home and probably feels all by herself. She's surrounded by, she doesn't have her parents, it seems. It seems like she's got her aunt and uncle taking care of her, so I don't know what the backstory is with Dorothy. No, I don't know if anyone ever did a movie on Dorothy and her backstory. We did the Wicked, which then goes into the witch's background. But what happened to poor Dorothy? And I noticed in Wicked on Broadway, I think I saw it on stage, but not on Broadway. I saw it maybe in Florida and somewhere else a couple of times. And I think they showed Dorothy throwing the water on the witch, and then she goes under the trap door there, and then I guess that leads to the whole explanation of the backstory of these two witches, maybe even three of the witches. What happened to the other witch? What about Glinda's counterpart in the south? You got the north, where's the south witch? You got the Elphaba, which is the wicked witch of the west, and the east is the sister, I guess. And in Wicked, I think that sister, Tess or something, I think she's the wicked witch of the east. Anyway, so, and that's her fantasy, Dorothy. And I guess this is before she gets hit in the head. So she's thinking about these things. So here are the words, the lyrics. And by the way, the arrangement I heard, it made me think, because I thought to myself, one of my singer friends, some singers, and there are a couple of singers that I know like this, that are friends of mine, they don't like imagery. They're not used to it. They're not used to musical imagery, like a pianist trying to help depict and convey the message of the lyric, or play things that are more meaningful and helps convey the message of the lyrics. Some singers, one of them quite articulately said it to me, just give me the background so I could tell my story, kind of a thing, if I'm quoting her properly. And she said it very nicely, and I took that to heart, but I thought to myself, what the heck's the fun in that? I mean, for anybody, not just for the piano player. I'm not looking to have fun. I'm looking to help the audience member picture this lyric and these words and take them. I try to think Hollywood style and take them to the movies. My teacher, Mr. Maggio, used to say, take them to the movies. That's what you got to do. So I took that to heart, and I thought, you got to really think about the lyrics and come up with musical sonorities that help depict the lyric. And that entails knowing all the vocabulary on the instrument and their emotional, and its emotional impact on a listener. It's its impact on a listener spiritually, socially, mentally, emotionally, physically, and financially. Oh, I'm really starting to delineate this. It's funny because I heard Kristen Chenoweth sang something beautiful. Me and my mom were practically crying. She did that little end, the bridge she did. Isn't it? You'll find me. Like really built, and then wow, maybe I'll add that in. I borrow from everybody imagery that I think works. And then I put it together and try to make a beautiful, coherent arrangement that is logical and organically develops. So with that in mind, here are the lyrics. There's a verse here. I said I heard Barbra Streisand sing, and I think she may have done the verse. Frank Sinatra, interesting arrangement. He did the whole song and then stuck the verse in later in the middle. That was really nice. Kind of threw me for a loop and had a nice little effect there. But here are the lyrics. When all the world is a hopeless jumble and the raindrops tumble all around, heaven opens a magic lane. Wow, there's a lot of stuff going on in the world, and I get very sensitive. These lyrics really affect me. Heaven opens a magic lane. I guess that's another word for God. Heaven opens a magic lane. Heaven. Who's heaven? The heaven, I guess, opens up, but God opens up the heaven. Heaven opens a magic lane. So I guess he gives us a way out. When all the world is a hopeless jumble and the raindrops tumble all around, it's cold and wet and everything's bad, heaven opens a magic lane. If I was really bold and I was doing my own arrangement of this, I guess to record it, I might even say Hashem, or God opens a magic lane. I don't like just beating around the bush and trying to speak spiritually but not really talk truth. You know what I'm saying? When all the clouds darken up the skyway, you've seen days it's so dark with clouds and black and pitch black dark and very gray. There's a rainbow highway to be found. There's always a way out. There's a rainbow highway. Don't give up hope. There's a rainbow highway to be found, leading from your window pane. It's not far, right? It's right there. Make note of that. So when things are getting rough, there's always a way out. That's the message of the song, and that's probably why this song has stayed around so long. Because from 1938, what is that? I can't even count right now. I'm so tired. I was working out, and I didn't even take a shower. I didn't finish my workout. I just did all my dumbbell stuff, and I'm going to go out and do my pull-up bar stuff, and I'm going to take a shower afterward, but I wanted to show up at 8, God willing, to do the show. So let's see. When all the clouds darken up the skyway, there's a rainbow highway to be found. Someone sang something nice. I think it was Barbra Streisand said highway, and she sang up real high. That was very nice. So I had heard different things in each one of them that was very sensitive to the lyric. You know, if you put it all together, which I'm going to try to do, you'll have a beautiful arrangement that's just perfect. Leading from your window pane to a place behind the sun, to a place, this is all part of the solution, is a rainbow highway to be found leading from your window pane to a place behind the sun. It's up there, boy. Just a step beyond the rain. Wow. that's nice. So beyond that darkness, beyond the rain, behind the sun, where it's bright, there's this highway, right? And then I guess the song goes on to explain, somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby. And it has that lullaby kind of theme going on throughout the whole song. Right? Right? Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue. They're not dark, they're blue. And the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. You know, we're in this world, and I guess I know everyone's got dreams, and I don't want to be the dream snatcher or rain on your parade. But look, I had the other show that I did it last night, and I'm taught that we're here to please God and not please ourselves. And yeah, you may have. I think this will sort it out better for us. I think what it is you just focus on pleasing God, and yeah, every human being has inner desires or things that would please us. Let God please us, and I think that's the way to go, because He'll do it. Why would He gyp us of that pleasure? He'll give it to us in the way that we can receive it, so that we don't get selfish gratification for it. We'll receive it for the sake of giving Him the opportunity to give Him the opportunity to please us, because we're trying to please Him. So that makes sense to me. But whatever, somewhere over the rainbow, I'm sorry, troubles, I didn't finish. Where are we? Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. I mean, it sounds like a selfish pleasure seeker that talks like this, you know? I guess the Wizard of Oz was to train young kids to believe in yourself and your dreams and go for your dreams. You spend your whole life reaching for your dreams, and you miss the point of pleasing God. That's why I have trouble with this music. I'll play it, and I'll give you what you want. I'll give you the best possible arrangement here, because the singers of today and the musicians and whatnot, they don't think like this. They're too busy pleasuring themselves on the song. They like to hear their favorite lick or run on the chord. They like their reharmonizations. The singers like to hear their voices. They do the hand thing, you know. They just love, they're so into themselves. They don't even know how to be selfless on a song. So it starts with being selfless in life. You got to be selfless and give your life to the one who gave us life. I know it's hard to stomach, and I know maybe some of you don't want to hear it, so you don't want to turn off. That's your business. But I'm going to say what's in my heart, because I'm presenting this, and I mean, I have a dream. I like what do you call it? I like the Wizard of Oz. I don't think she's passed away. Judy Garland would have loved to have played for her and give my interpretation under her rendition and help her tell her story with my imagery. I don't know, is Liza still around? I'm sure she does her mom's music. I think one of my friends put up a Liza tune, and her mother, they had a split screen, had her mom, Judy, up top or something, and Liza underneath, or vice versa, and she was doing the song, and you saw her have the same mannerisms as her mommy. You know, it's very interesting. But I would love to play for, get the 4 current witches that I know of from the past, the original witches, and then the movie witches. Kristen Chenoweth, Idina Menzel, Ariana Grande, and Cynthia Erivo. I'd love to have them around the piano, each one singing, and I play for them. That would be a nice, what you call it, a dream? I don't know if it's a dream. It'd be a nice thrill. It would be, I'm sure, an uplifting experience. But if Hashem wants it, that's it. If it doesn't happen, that's not my business. My job is to please Him. But He implanted that in my head. He gave me experiences. I always grew up with Wizard of Oz. I saw Wicked. I just saw the movie. It was very nice. And I guess now I got to go see the part 2. I didn't know there was a part 1 and part 2. They got you at the end there. So now I got to go see part 2, but I have an idea what that's going to be, but I'm sure they'll elaborate and do something different. But, so that's a little dream of mine. I even had I think maybe I went to sleep one night and I had a little vision of that where Adina was here and Cynthia was here and Ariana Grande was there and Kristen Chenoweth was standing right there, and we're all singing, and each one's taking a different part of the melody. And now that I heard all of their versions, I know who does what where best, and maybe either they'll have to divvy it up, or I guess I'd have to write it out for them or something. But all of them did a nice little beautiful job. They were very well-trained singers and have beautiful voices and emote and use their emotion to convey the message of the lyric. And I'm sure I could hone them all in and make a beautiful arrangement. Wait till you see. I have some ideas here in a second. Let me get to it. All right, so let's read the rest. Wanted to play for Tony Bennett. He passed away. Frank Sinatra, he's gone. I took my grandma to see Frank Sinatra long time ago. Now he's gone. I can't play for him. I played for the opening act for George Burns, which was a very great singer. Kay Stevens, I think she passed away too. Whatever. Mel Torme, I would have loved to have played for. My teacher, Mr. Maggio, played for Mel Torme. He used to tell his students, Mr. Maggio's story that he really kind of put in a whole concerto and I guess was really excited about playing for Mel. So he really went nuts there and gave him so many things. And Mel Torme embarrassed him on stage and said something like, Vince or something, just keep it simple. Oh boy. So he told us that story. So it made a mark on me. I'm not going to make anything a concerto. So I started thinking, I'm always going to play simply because I don't want that ever to happen to me. That's very embarrassing. Once had a comic embarrass me on stage, an impressionist. And I guess he was trying to get laughs at my expense. I was a young kid at the time, and I didn't know how to take it. Now I'm older, I guess I can brush it off. But at the time, I think I started to cry. I was so sad. Anyway, so where are we? And the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me. Way behind me, above the clouds, where troubles melt like lemon drops, away above the chimney tops. Well, why would you have to go back down the chimney tops? You're already up there. I don't quite understand that. Let me say, where troubles melt like, sometimes the composers, the lyricists, just trying to rhyme lyrics and they're trying to get the best thing they got. And sometimes, they lose sight of the chain of thought here, and maybe it might not be logical and organic. I got to see. I've seen this in songs. I'm sorry to point it out, but I've been through like 7,000 songs, read all the lyrics to them, and I see like, wow, okay, who's this? Sometimes also artists, they get comfortable, they're already an established artist, so they start writing songs, they really don't care anymore, and they start to put whatever comes to their head into the song, and it doesn't really make sense, but everyone loves them because they're already an established name. That's not so nice. Anyway, okay. Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me. Wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops, away above the chimney tops. I guess that's down here. That's where you'll find me, way above the chimney tops. Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly. By the way, this is how I memorize the lyrics. It's land, sky, skies, and bluebirds. Land, skies, and you got to have skies before you can have the bluebirds, right? Can't have bluebirds, not on the land. So that's how I memorize it. So I know, because it's a little tricky song. It's so simple that a lot of singers, if you don't look at the lyrics, you could mess them up. So the way to memorize it, I think, is land, skies, bluebirds. Okay, so somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly. Let me just number that one. Where is he? Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high. There's a land one that I heard of once in a lullaby. Then you got skies are blue, the next verse. Okay. You can do that with pretty much every song. You got, I think, if I'm trying to train myself to be a singer and hopefully a good one. So this is the way I memorize lyrics. 7,000 songs. How am I going to memorize all those lyrics unless I have a system, little mnemonics and whatnot? 3. Blue. So somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly. Birds fly over the rainbow. Why then, oh why can't I? So she wants to go up there to that place where the birds fly because she thinks there'll be no trouble up there, where troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me. So I don't want all the troubles on land. It's too troubling. Too much stuff going on. People killing each other. Prices of food is high. Everything's rough down here. I'd rather be up there, way above the chimney tops. All right, so now when I was in college, hold on, let me just check the camera real quick. When I was in college, there was a film scorer. I happened to be in, what do you call it? There's a room called 206. That was in the Foster Building at University of Miami, and that's where all the jazz forums were. And sometimes I'd go in there and practice, or if I couldn't, play on that grand piano. So I think once or twice I played a jazz forum, and I had to be ready, and I wanted to see what that piano felt like. And so I went in there. I think I was either coming from a class or something, and one of my friends, Donnie Nolan, who's a film scoring major. He was studying film scoring, and he was sitting at the piano playing stuff like this. Right, stuff like that. I was like, Donnie, what the heck is that? And he said, Larry, that's it's bitonal chords. So it's one chord over another, an F sharp major over an E major. I had a teacher, Sanford Gold, from, he was like a well-known teacher. He was to the piano what Joe Allard was to the saxophone in New York. All the pianists wanted to study with Sanford Gold. This is what my dad told me. My dad knew Duffy Jackson when he came down. He knew of Duffy Jackson. He took me to the Hideaway Beach Hotel in Hollywood to hear Duffy play with a big band. My dad knew like all these people. My dad studied with Lenny Tristano. A really well-known pianist, had like the cool style of playing. He used to teach my dad to play scales with the last two fingers of your hand. And I said, and 3 and 4, and 3 and 4, and 2 and 3, and so you could play the melody with the last two fingers and put the chord in between. You know, right? And put the chord underneath. Right. So that Lenny Tristano taught my dad that. But anyway, so Donnie taught me that, and I studied with Sanford Gold. So my dad said, study this man, you'll appreciate him. He's a very good pianist. He told me what I just told you about what he was like in New York. In fact, he knew Andre Previn, and he used to hang out with Art Tatum or something, Mr. Gold. And he had passed away here. I used to go to lessons in Val Harbor. And then my brother started taking piano lessons with him too, and he had his own book, and Andre Previn signed the preface to the book. And through the years, I've met people that study with Sanford Gold, and we immediately have a kinship because we know all the things that he's taught us, like it's the same chords, but the same melody, but different chords. He did this exercise. You do it in minor. Anyway, so he had a lot of devices, pianistic devices. I was like, open my mind up to all the possibilities on the instrument, which I'm trying to permutate now and master them so that I can, and then know all the emotional impact, all the spiritual, social, mental, emotional, physical, and financial impact of all those sonorities. You know, financial impact. That's the money shot. You know, when you get finally the like what Kristen Chenoweth did. My mom started crying. We heard her singing that something near the end of the bridge. I'll show you when we get there. The B section. The A sections are the verses. The end of the chorus is the B section. And then the final verse is the C section or another A section, like A3. You could A1, A2, and then B, and then A3 or C. Sometimes when I write arrangements, I like to say verse, verse, chorus, chorus, and just leave verse 1, verse 2, chorus 2, and then if I do another chorus of the whole song, another time through, I might say verse 1, 2, 3. I might say verse 4, like that, and chorus 2 or chorus 3, whatever. Depends on what mood or depends on what the needs of the piece are. That's how I would notate it. Anyway, so Sanford Gold taught me tritonality, where you play did this at my senior recital. I got finished studying with Sanford Gold, and then I went to University of Miami and studied with Vince Maggio. And so I brought all that information I got from Sanford Gold to the piano. Sometimes I think probably Mr. Maggio was a little impressed by maybe what Sanford Gold taught me here and there. I don't know if I ever showed him stuff, because I was too busy trying to milk Mr. Maggio of everything he knew. But anyway, so here's my introduction for this song, kind of to take somebody into the heavens. Let the chord die out. When all the world is a hopeless jumble, and the raindrops tumble all around. Okay. Heaven opens a magic lane. Something like that. When all the clouds darken up the skyway, there's a rainbow highway to be found, leading from your window pane. See. To a place beyond the sun. Just a step beyond. I'm sorry. Just a step beyond the rain. From a vocal arrangement at University of Miami. I played in the Jazz Vocal 1 group, and all the voices harmonized like this, and I was crying then. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land I've heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over a rainbow. I don't know if I like that. I don't think it fits the lyric. Sky. What am I going to play there? Somewhere. That's nice. Somewhere. I like that because we're asking somewhere over the rainbow. I'm telling you, somewhere over the rainbow, that's where I want to be. Somewhere over the rainbow. Oh, that's nice. Whoa. Very nice. I never thought of that. F minor 7, B flat 13. Okay. And that was E flat 9 over the. I'm sorry. Somewhere. So B flat over G flat over A. Where? E minor 11 to A7, and then F minor 7 to B flat 7. Wow, that's beautiful. Never thought of that. Sitting in the hot seat and Hashem gives you ideas. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue. And the dreams that you dared and wake up. Oh, this has to be like a moving. Wake up where the clouds are far behind me. Where troubles melt like lemon drops. Way above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me. I forgot what Kristen Chenoweth did there. It's beautiful. Somewhere over the rainbow. It's too. Everyone does that progression, and I don't know if it fits the lyric. Somewhere, somewhere, oh, somewhere over, somewhere, G flat over E this time. Wow, the other one was somewhere. That's nice. And now somewhere makes it even more ethereal. Somewhere. Oh, but I want to go up. Somewhere. Okay, let me leave that for a second. Bluebirds fly. I like to do birds like that, something like that. Birds chirp. Different birds. I once looked up what birds make what sounds. Like robins make certain sounds, and what do you call it? Woodpeckers do their own thing. And you know, there's a song I do. I think that one I did for Daphne Rose. Crocus and a rosebud. There's a I don't know if that was the bird. I forgot which one was the bird. There's a bird there, and it has a certain sound, I think. So I tried to investigate that to put that in the lyric. All this research helps because it deepens your version. I mean, I heard Judy Garland singing this, and no offense to Harburg and Arlen, but it was so 1939. Like they didn't think about using imagery to convey the message of the lyric. It was so like. Yeah. Somewhere over the rainbow. It's so boring. I mean, I find it's the thing about a duo performing together is how is the singer going to interpret the melody to convey the message of the lyric, and how is the pianist, the accompanist, going to accompany them to help them tell their story using musical imagery. And when you have that combination with two people who know what they're doing and are on point, it can make you cry. It can make the hair stand up on the back of your neck and give you the transcendental tingle, which is chills up your spine, which is an experience of God. And I think that's what we pay to go to music things to hear. I mean, if I don't think I'm going to get that, I never pay to go hear music, to be honest with you. Unless I know there are two artists who know that what they're doing, I don't even, are they going to BS me for 2 hours? I can sit there and I was once in a concert with a great, I'm not going to mention names or what they played, a great instrument player, a great instrumentalist, and I was sitting there listening to them, and they were just rambling for 2.5 hours. I was eating my kishkas out. I just had to get the heck out of there, but I was with my family, and I didn't want to make a wave, but it was just irking me so. No one cared about the lyric, no one thought about it, no one did anything, and they just want to fill the space with whatever, they practice in practice rooms for years and stuff, and I'm supposed to be impressed, and I'm not impressed. There was no emotion, there was nothing to touch me, so forgive me for speaking out, but I got to change music, because I can't stand it anymore. I got to make things for myself, I got to play, and I don't like my playing so much. I try to get better and better, but when I really take time for something, I make a nice presentation, and sometimes I have to make recordings of myself just so I can sit and listen to it So I'll have something that I know there's a serious person who's taking the lyrics seriously, me. So it's terrible, but that's how it's like a blessing and a curse. Maybe I know too much now. I don't know what the story is, but I can't find anything I can listen to. I encourage all my musician friends and singers to try to convey the message of the lyric. Some of them don't even care to learn it. I know sometimes I'm in there and I'm with my mom and we don't have time to get it. And when I'm not organized, I don't have an iPad that's working. I don't have internet access. I can't get stuff right. I can't look up the lyric. And I'm working on that so that never happens ever again. But I'm sorry to drag you and schlep you along on the process, but I guess I need you. I want to show you how I progress and take you along with the concepts of what's important and then show you how I develop to hopefully exhibit those concepts with greatness. And it takes time, so bear with me. All right, so where were we? Did I do that already? Someday I'll wish upon a star. Yes, I did do that already. Somewhere over that might be nice. Over the rainbow. I have to think about it some more. Birds fly. Birds fly over the rainbow. Why then, oh why? I don't want to sing it in a sing-songy way. There's meaning there. Birds fly over the rainbow. Why then, oh why can't if those happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow, then tell me why, oh why can't Yeah. See what I'm going for there? So now I gotta somehow make this build. And I don't even know if that's a good key for me. I thought this was a good key. Oh, this is, this is Kristen Chenoweth's key. Because I hope that one day I'd play for her, so I figured I'd learn it in her key. If I didn't have time to learn it in all 12. So, and I even wrote out that ending there. I met her once. At the end of one of her performances, but I think she wasn't feeling too well, and she just left. I handed her a card, and she gave it to somebody else, and then just walked off. So whatever. But she said hello or whatever. But whatever. I'm not well known in the industry, so maybe locally, but not. So I'm growing. I'm just doing what I got to do, working on myself, trying to better myself. And one day Hashem will just keep moving it along if that's that's what He wants. But those are my dreams. Those are my desires. Or Yetzer Hara, the evil inclination, wants that feeling of I want to play for a nice singer like that and hear her try to emote and convey the message lyric and give her what she needs, and it just turns into a piece of art, a timeless piece of art. That's a dream, but that's not what I should want. I hope I'm mature enough to push that aside. I know that I'm here for Hashem. I'm here to do His mitzvahs. Now, if that is serving Him somehow, which I'm going to make it so that it serves Him, then that's another story. But He has to bring around that situation to make it happen. Whatever. Let's try this again. Should I do it in a different key? It's kind of low. Well, that's hers. So where would I be? It's funny. Kristen sings it in B flat. Adina sang it in B, and then she goes into her duet there, her medley. She goes into The Wizard and I after that. I think she does it in B. Ariana Grande sings it in C, and Cynthia Erivo sings it in A, and Tony Bennett sang it in E flat. So I was working out when Barbra Streisand was doing it, so I couldn't rush to the piano. All right, let's try this again, see if I can get this nice. Maybe I'll modulate and play on it a little bit. Let's see here. When all the world is a hopeless jumble and the raindrops tumble, I should start the raindrops, and the raindrops tumble all around. Yeah. Heaven opens a magic lane. When all the clouds darken up the skyway, there's a rainbow highway to be found, leading from your window pane to a place beyond, behind the sun. Behind the sun. Just a step beyond the rain. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, but dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me. Where troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me. Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly. Those birds fly over the rainbow. Why then, oh why can't Birds fly over the rainbow. Why, then oh why can't I? If those happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow, why oh why can't I? I think I messed up the ending. Let me get that ending right. Why can't, and this is the right chord. Yeah, something like that. And you can play around with it. I got probably a bunch of other ideas that'll come to me. The more I practice the vocabulary and master its impact spiritually, socially, mentally, emotionally, physically, financially, I'll be able to have more ideas. All right? So that's it. Short but sweet. I know I ramble a little bit there, but I got a lot to say. So I hope you enjoyed that. And I love The Wizard of Oz, and I love Wicked and The Wiz. I love that. He's on down the road. I like that. I have all those songs. Maybe one day I'll get those 4 witches together and I'll do the whole history of The Wizard of Oz with them in song. That would be nice. All right. Have a good week and be well.